So I always think about things. I am a textbook overthinker. I overthink everything, and I don't think that that's a bad thing. I think that um, analysis and using logic is beneficial for me in most ways. And I was thinking, we have these government officials telling parents what they should do, um, requiring things of parents. And at the end of the day, as a parent, I am aware that the only person who is actually responsible for my child's health and well being is me as his parent and his other parent, obviously. But we are the only ones who are responsible for how he turns out as an adult. For um we're responsible for making sure that he eats, making sure that he is healthy, making sure that he is active, making sure that he is learning and hitting developmental milestones as he should be at his age. And it's almost like right now there is an indictment on parents because parents are, without doing any research on the companies that are administering these snake bites to children, they're rushing to hospitals to get these snake bites to give them to their children out of fear. And it's really an indictment on parents and parenting that in a large majority, a lot of parents are not actually parenting their children. And that's obvious in the fact that they send them to school to get educated. They send them to after school programs to learn how to interact with other people, interact with other children. Basically, a lot of parents don't teach their children anything. Let me just say that. A lot of parents don't teach their children anything. And I've been aware of this since way before I became a parent. And when I became a parent, I decided I was not going to be one of those parents. My son is homeschooled. And he has been for, anyway, he is homeschooled. He's never been to daycare. He's never been raised by anyone who was not in my immediate family or his father's immediate family. And I faced so much what is the word, pushback from people when I told them, even when I was pregnant, that I was going to go through with my son being homeschooled instead of participating in your regular school system. And people said to me, especially like guys that I was trying to get to know, because my son's father and I, since my pregnancy, have not been together. So I've been married and singled and all that kind of stuff in the midst of all of this. But when I was married, my husband used to try to, or ex-husband now, used to try to fight me on sending my child to school because homeschooling was something that was foreign to him. And he just felt like it would be more beneficial for my child, not his child, my child, to go to a public school because that's what he was used to. And that being used to something is so like it holds us back in so many ways, because just because you don't know of the benefits of doing something doesn't mean that your way is better. And still to this day, you know, my child is the smartest child that I know of his age. Like, he is so intelligent, and we move at the pace that is comfortable. Well, not necessarily comfortable, but the pace that is appropriate for the stage that he's in. And I am fine with being this kind of parent, the kind that actually, I'm very hands-on. Like, I raise my child, and I am coming to realize that this is not a common thing to actually raise your child. Like, there's people out here who, how can you call yourself a parent if you really only see your child about 30 hours a week? Like, you go to work more often than that. How, anyway, I say all this to say that please do yourself a favor and Google who paid the largest amount in criminal charges in the United States. Google these pharmaceutical companies' criminal charges. Google it, just see. Because people are allowing things to be done to their children. We're not even going to go into what is going on in the curriculum in public school systems, especially in California, which is why I'm adamant about not involving my son in that. But just Google. Use the research tools that are available to you. Stop being a derelict parent. Like, your job is to train up your child in the way they should go. That's not the school system's job. That's not the after-school program's job. This is nobody's job. It's not the government's job. It is your job. It is my job. It is our jobs as parents to train our children. And this has been failed on for generations. Like, obviously, you know, we meaning Black people, started off on the wrong foot. But there's a time where you have to take responsibility for the things that you do, and where you have to take your power back. And we need to start this like yesterday. Like, it's not funny anymore. It's not the time is drawing to where this government sees us and our children as its property. And I know that y'all are seeing that people's children are being taken away from them because they're not allowing them to get different kinds of snake bites. So I don't know how I'm going to get out of this system, but I know that the Lord will deliver me. And I'm praying the same for y'all. But the first step of any of this is to wake up to it and to be aware of it. And actually be parents to your children. That is the least you could do when you brought them into this world.